Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome. How's it going? Happy Sunday night. And I want to welcome you to the very first show that I'm doing in Women's Entrepreneur Network as part of a regular streaming show that's going to happen every single week. So I've called this show Built to Thrive. And it's all going to be really, really interesting. But before we get started with all the content on this week's show, please let me know if you're live. Use hashtag live if you're here with me live, or hashtag replay if you're on with the replay. And I'm just going to make sure that it's streaming properly in the group, because it's always good to make sure that you're actually showing up where you're hoping to be. So I'm really, really excited. This is something that Haley Gray has made possible. And I just want to send out a big thank you to Haley for making it possible for people like myself and other entrepreneurs to be able to bring you guys relevant and really good content on a weekly basis. So you're going to see quite a few people who are going to be going live every single week for you guys. Isn't that amazing? So I'm really, really excited. And good. It looks like we are live. So just give me a second here. Gotta love tech, because it always makes things fun, doesn't it? All right, so it looks like we're good. Come on, Facebook. Everything's a little slow. And then I'm gonna dive in. So if you guys are on live, please say hello, use hashtag live. And if you're on the replay, please definitely use hashtag replay. All right, so I've got it working on my end. And it's just taking a minute because it is so slow for some reason tonight. Have you guys found that tech is kind of a little interesting these days? Like, I've noticed in the past week that things have been running really, really slowly. I've had some trouble with some pages not working properly. I've had trouble with just tech not working properly in some ways. I've had all these kind of weird marketing technology things just not 100% working for me. And it's been kind of frustrating, I won't lie. So hi, Patty, how are you? Hi, Jason, how are you? Susie, evening, how's it going, guys? Thanks for being on with me. I appreciate it. If you guys are live, please say hello. Okay, so here's a couple things that I want to talk about tonight. I'm going to, as this is the first technically show. And I mean, you guys have seen me before, okay? I've been in Women's Entrepreneur Network. I've done, I don't know, somewhere in the range of 70 Facebook Lives for you guys since just like end of November last year. And although some of you know me, there's a lot of you that don't yet. And so it's important, I feel, just to give you a little bit of information about who I am and what I do. And then also make sure that I'm giving you guys some really, really actionable content. So hi, Denise, how are you? Hey, Geraldine. I love seeing some people that I know come on here. Thanks for being on, guys. Hey, Maya, long time. How are you? Okay, so if you haven't figured it out already, I'm Jenny Wright. I am a list build and lead generation expert. I'm also doing speaking, ta-da. And I also am a digital course creator. So I have a lot of fun creating digital courses. The other thing is that this show, thanks to Jason and his amazing help, is now titled Built to Thrive. I was struggling with what to call this show for a couple of days, and I was bouncing some ideas off, and what should I call it, and should it be this, and should it be that? And I gotta say that this was a name that Jason thought up of, and I just said, this is the best. So we're just going with that. I think it's awesome. So we're calling it Built to Thrive. I think it's perfect. Hi, Maria. How are you? Thanks for being on, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being on for this first episode. I'm so excited. Okay. So here's why this is going to be exciting. Built to Thrive is going to be here weekly. I'm going to be here weekly, and I'm going to give you guys some really actionable strategies to grow your business. And I chose Sunday nights for a reason. And a lot of people, when I said, yeah, I'm going to do Sunday nights at 9, give me the Sunday night at 9 slot. And it's like, head tilt, like, really? Why? But I chose it for a reason, because here's what I found with entrepreneurs and new entrepreneurs and seasoned entrepreneurs. Sundays, we've done the Sunday fun day thing. We've spent time with our families or our partner. We've done the chores all weekend. We did the family stuff or whatever we had to do, or we went and saw like a show or a game or whatever the heck it was, right? We've done all that stuff and we're home We're thinking about what's going to happen this week. We're starting to plan. All right. I don't know about you, but hands up, please, if you guys plan on Sunday nights, because I do on Sunday nights. I'm like, what's happening this week? I got to know what's going on this week. And I kind of like think about all the things. So if that sounds familiar, put your hand up in the chat box. Let me know. Just say, yes, that's me. The other thing I found out is that, yeah, like TV's on Sunday nights, but there's nothing really super crushing for me on a Sunday night to watch. So I'm excited to, like, as an entrepreneur, I'm excited to kind of plan my week. The other thing is that I saw a huge opening here, a weekly show that actually happens the night before the week starts. And there's an opportunity here to help you guys get planned out for the rest of the week, or create something where I kind of shock you a little bit on a Sunday night and you go, crap, I hate you. I love you, but I hate you, because you literally just put something in my brain that makes me go, okay, well, my whole week's going to look different now. And I love doing that. So I'm not sorry about it, but I love doing it because it is going to help you guys grow and build and thrive in your businesses. Okay. That's my job. I'm going to push you and create some opportunity for you. So every single week, something comes out of this that you're going to be able to use. Doesn't matter your level, you can take away something. Okay. So here's what I want to talk about in this weekly show. Every single week, I want to talk about one of these or part of these topics. And I'm going to look at list building and lead generation. I'm going to look at automation and email marketing, copywriting. I'm going to touch on some sales because it's really, really important to talk about it. And I'm also going to talk a bit about mindset, because I can't talk about any of that stuff without making sure you guys are in the right frame of mind to get it done. Okay, because I can talk to you about all those things till I'm blue in the face, but unless you can wrap your head around it mentally that you're able to do it, or you should do it, or your clients need you to do it, or you're good enough to do it, then it's not going to matter. So that's why. Okay. Also, this is a highly interactive show. I'm not just going to talk at you. I want to talk with you. So if you end up really liking this and wanting to watch it on a weekly basis, either live or on the replay, then interact with me. Tell me what you think. Come with some questions, challenge me, ask me what I'm talking about. Tell me to go deeper, interrupt me in the chat box. Like, let's create a conversation, because yes, I'm going to train you, but I also want to engage with you. Okay. That's really important to me. So I really want that for all of us, so we can all create something of really good value. Sound good? All right, so are you guys excited? Does it sound like something interesting every single week, having a really cool show called Built to Thrive, getting some cool actionable information, learning some really cool stuff, I hope, and being able to use it in your weeks? Hi, Howell. Welcome. It's good to see you, Eliza. How are you? Hey, Beth. Good to have you on. Awesome. Hi, Christine. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you being on. Okay, so we've got quite a few people on, and this is super, super exciting. So let's dive into the topic for this week, okay? And at any single point, you guys can ask me questions, and I'm going to talk to you about everything, okay? So in today's show, we're going to talk about the power of what you bring to the online table and how to get it out there, okay? This doesn't matter if you're brand spanking new, if you're, if we want to use the models of like a survey, 0 to 3 years, or 0 to 2 years, 3 years to 5, 6 to 9, whatever the case is. Hi, Mirtha. How are you? It's good to see you. How have you been? Thanks for saying hi, guys. I appreciate it. So does that sound cool? Does it sound like a good topic? So we're going to talk about the power that you guys bring to the online table and how to get it out there. Okay. So tell me in the chat box where you're at in your business right now. Are you just starting out, trying to get content created? Are you creating content on a regular basis, but just need a wider audience? Are you kicking butt and taking names, but you want to up level? Tell me where you are in the chat box, and then I can really kind of judge the conversation around what you guys need, okay? Based on who's on with me right now. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So let me know in the chat box where you guys feel you are in your business right at this second, so that I can sort of tailor this whole thing around who you are, what you do, all the different kinds of things. And sadly, we're going to hear a siren in the background in a second, but what are you going to do? All right. Let's check what's going on here. Okay. So, oh, Beth, you're still in California. Good for you. Beth, you're having some fun out there. Awesome. So Susie's starting out. Mirtha's building, needing a wider audience. Patty Lou starting over after niching in. Yes, you are, and you're kicking butt doing it. So, yep. Okay, I like it. Building and need a wider audience. Fantastic. Okay, so the key to whatever level you're at. Oh, Maria, had success but needs systems and consistency. Yes, feel you there, sister. No problem. And I'm definitely going to speak to you there. Jane, I'm trying to break into copywriting in the health space. I'm very new and have not gotten clients yet. Beginner. Jane, tell me right now what it is that you're doing to try and find clients. Okay? Tell me what you're doing right now. And we're really super lucky. We have a niching expert who's literally in the comments with me. It's Jason Wheeler. He's fantastic. And so I am not ashamed to say that I definitely know, and I'm so glad that he's there to be able to answer some stuff if I miss it or if it's niche related and that's his like total thing. Okay. So Jane, tell me a little bit more about how you're trying to get clients and where you are and what you're doing with that. Maria, systems and consistency for you, definitely going to kick your butt with this in tonight's program and really share that with you. Maria says she's looking for a copywriter. Jane, hook up with Maria, talk to Maria, you know, if it works out, right? Because, you know, if Jane's starting out, she might be looking to build her repertoire and that might actually work out for you. You never know. All right, good. Okay, so here's what I want to share with you, that it doesn't matter where you are. If you're like Patty and you're starting out after re-niching in, which Patty just went through an entire process this week. Patty's one of my students in List Build Academy Challenge Blueprint course. She just really did some niching in, which was awesome. Beth did some niching in, which was awesome. And it doesn't matter where you guys are. The thing that's going to change the direction of your business in terms of how you're actually going to grow is consistency. Okay, so everything I'm talking about tonight is going to have the C word. Don't hate me, accept it, move forward with it. Consistency is what you need, even though it feels terrible. Like even after I'm done this show tonight, I have to go write content. I have to go write content because I'm running a workshop on Friday and I need to send out emails, not only to the people who've already registered for the workshop, but to encourage also people on my list to register for the workshop. So that's what I'm going to be doing right after this. And don't worry, don't worry. I think I'm going to show you some really cool stuff in this show. I am going to dive in and show you a little bit about how my business works too. Because I think it's important to have transparency. And sometimes having somebody show you behind the curtain can really make a difference as opposed to me talking at you, but actually showing you, right? Jane says, I just finished a couple of courses and I'm hoping to start Googling some businesses also on LinkedIn. Okay, so Jane, good stuff. And courses are great. What I want to suggest for you is that you start actually sharing with people in Facebook groups and giving them support. Okay, so going into Facebook groups and supporting them and showing them how you do things, or if somebody's asking for advice, like, hey, what do you think of this title and tag? Giving them some just free advice saying, I like the title, but the tag needs some zhuzhing. I suggest you try this, this, and this. I hope it helps, right? So just being of service to people, that's going to go a long way, other than, unless, Jane, you're looking for corporate copywriting. If you're only looking for corporate copywriting, then LinkedIn is where you need to be. And Googling businesses is kind of challenging because trying to get in front of the right person, the person who makes the decisions, because it's almost never the CEO when it comes to copywriting. It's usually somebody else within the business. That can be a bit of a challenge. So let me know where you actually want to do your copywriting, and that might be interesting for you. Okay. All right. So number one, I want you guys to consistently share helpful content that you have used or learned yourself, and you can attest to it helping you or helping a client. Okay. And it's really, really important that you're not sharing advice with people that you haven't tried out yourself and just found by Googling. Okay. You know, Googling whatever and going, oh, that's really cool. And then throwing that into your content. Unless you've personally tried it yourself, never, ever, ever sort of tell people that that's what they should be doing in their business, because it can backfire, and you never want somebody to come back and be like, hey, I did the thing you told me to do, and it's, you know, didn't work out or whatever the case is, and you have nothing to kind of back it up, if that makes sense. My absolute pleasure, Jane. I hope it helps you. I'm happy to give tips all the time, no problem. So that's number one. Number two is asking people who have a larger audience if you can provide a training for free inside of their audience or their Facebook group or something that provides value. Okay, so I did this a lot when I was first starting out, and I still do it. There's always somebody who's doing a little bit better than me in this business, in this online business, that I can reach out to and say like, hey, would it be cool if I did a training, or would you find it helpful if I did a training for your audience all about X? Would that be helpful, you know, content for them? Because people who are larger, bigger, you know, down the road from us in business growth are always looking to provide good value for their people, their email list, their Facebook groups, all the different types of things. And if you come at it and approach it from the right direction, then it doesn't seem like a spammy marketing thing. It actually seems like something of help, right? Like, yeah, sure. I mean, I'd love for you to do a webinar that would actually show my people how to do this, right? Because everybody who's building a business has a topic that they're the superpower at, but there's adjacent topics that they're not 100% good at. And I'll give you an example. So inside my own business, I am really good at funnels and list building and summits and organic traffic. Those are my superpowers. Okay, I've done 240 summits, I've done boatloads of challenges, webinars, you name it. If it's a funnel and it has a sales page and has a sales form, or it's a free challenge or something like that, I've done it and I think I do them pretty well. Those are my superpowers. But where I need help, the adjacent topic that I need somebody to come into my group or my list and help me on, is things like Facebook ads or paid traffic, or, you know, certain other aspects that are adjacent to my niche that are not my superpower, but I still want my people to get exposure to it because it helps them. Okay. And I'm not threatened by that, because it's not my thing. I'm really good at my thing and people will come find me for my thing. So I'm not threatened to have somebody teach about the thing I'm not good at. It doesn't bother me at all, because I know that it elevates my people and it elevates them to a level where they succeed even further, right? So it doesn't bother me. So there's no problem with you actually looking to do something like that now, or even at any point in your business, okay? It's a really good strategy to employ. The next one I want you to look at is being super, super clear on your superpower and only doing that. And I'm not going to dive into the niching area. I'm talking about more of the technical side of things. So to be able to grow your businesses the way to thrive, built to thrive, what I really want to see you guys do is focus in on what you're good at while you're elevating everything else that you're not, okay? So if you're really good at video, let me know in the chat box, okay? That's one thing. So let me know if you're really good at video. Let me know if you're really good at copy. Let me know if you're really good at speaking. No video, just speaking. Let me know if you are very technically savvy. And also let me know if you're good at graphic design, okay? So those are 5 components. And that's not all of the components, but those are just 5 right now that I want to know where you guys are at. And what I'll tell you is that if you're good at video, then I want you to do video. I want you to really focus on video. I want you to do Facebook Lives or pre-recorded video, and just do lots of it. If you're comfy there, do it, okay? And if you're not comfy at writing and you're like, oh my God, writing an email to my list takes me 2 hours, right? Like me, writing an email to my list can take me 15 minutes. I like to write. I have no problem with it. But it wasn't so long ago that doing video was probably felt at the time worse than getting root canal to me. It really did. And so although for years I've been good at writing and I can provide, I can create lots of content, the video thing was really a tough challenge. So as I was writing all my content, I was trying to get better at video. So if you're good at video, but you're not as good at writing, start to do lots of video, but elevate your writing by doing a lot of it. If you're good at writing, write a blog, okay? And then use that blog everywhere, social media, you know, on your website, as like, you know, posts, all the different kinds of things, quote cards, you can do all these kinds of things. If you like to speak, but you're not good on camera and you're not good at writing, consider creating a podcast, okay? Or a podcasty type show where it's just the audio and you can post it on social media. If that's your superpower, embrace, do it, elevate the rest, okay? If you can do graphic design, I cannot. This is where I am totally deficient. I can draw stick figures. That's it. I'm very lucky to have access to an incredibly talented designer who just, I mean, gets exactly how I want things to look. And I don't even have to say how I want something to look. It just looks amazing every single time. Then that's awesome. I can elevate my skill a little bit. I can, you know, I can try and learn a bit of Photoshop, which I have over the years, but quite honestly, it's not something I'm probably ever going to be amazing at. And so I definitely don't do a ton of it. Okay. But I have made sure that I know enough about graphics to be able to work well with a graphic designer. And I'm going to explain that a little bit. Okay. And this is something that, trust me, from graphic designer standpoints, this is a little off topic, but it drives graphic designers crazy. So when you're building your business and you know you need graphics, because we all need graphics, and you have a graphic designer that you're working with, being vague and not knowing exactly what you want drives them insane. It also will create a really crappy outcome. So verse yourself, get versed on what a good looking graphic looks like in your space and what it should be on or what it should look like. And, you know your branding colors and stuff like that. That'll all come later on, but start to get knowledgeable. Like I said before, know your superpowers, elevate the rest, learn enough about graphic design and what things should, could, or would look like, so that when you work with somebody, you're not going to drive them batty and you'll get a better result. It sucks when you work with a graphic designer and the graphic designer is like, what do you need? You're like, I have no idea. Just do it for me and make it look pretty. And then they give you something and you hate it. And then you blame the graphic designer. It wasn't them. It's you. Okay. So skill up. And if you know tech, then do tech. Okay. Tech being opt-in pages, thank you pages, knowing how to program things, setting up posts in NeetEdgar, whatever the case is. Play to your superpower and elevate the rest. Okay. So Haley, how are you? Thank you. The 5. Oh, okay. So let me go back here. Maria says, I'm great at public speaking. Yes, you are. And you, Maria, need systems and processes. So you need to elevate your game there while you're still elevating, or not elevating, but really using your speaking. Denise wants to know what the 5 were again. So video, writing, speaking without video, design, and technical ability. Okay, those are the 5 that I'm talking about tonight. So being on video, doing good writing, doing good speaking with no video, so like a podcast, doing graphic design, and your technical ability, like being able to create and funnels and all that kind of stuff. Okay, makes sense? Beth says speaking, content, and original quotes with graphics in that order. Yes. So Beth, if you're really good at speaking, then record everything you do, get it transcribed. Okay. Go to rev.com, pay 80 cents or whatever it is, or 30 cents, and have like the machine do it, the AI do it, clean it up and use that as a blog and use that for your social media, right? Or take your speaking, if you're good on video, or if you're good on just on audio, create the audios, then chop them up and use that on social. So Haley, I'm so happy. Thanks so much for being on. I'm really grateful for this spot. If it wasn't for Haley, I wouldn't have this show. And I'm just really grateful to be able to come in and help you guys as much as possible. Jason's given me a pound symbol. What was that for? Denise says speaking and video. Yeah. So Denise, you're amazing on video and you're really motivational, right? You're really good at motivating people. So what I recommend for you, and you already know this because you and I, in transparency, are working together on a couple projects, but you should be doing video and then getting that crap transcribed and posting it everywhere, or doing video and getting it chopped up, edited and chopped up in little pieces, and then posting that stuff everywhere, right? So play to your superpower and elevate the rest. Awesome. All right, going down my list, guys. Are you guys enjoying this so far? Is this helpful for you? Let me know if you guys are finding value out of this or if you have questions, because this is all for you. Okay, this is all to help you guys out so that you have a load of information ready to go for next week so that you can start implementing some really cool stuff. Okay. All right. So a couple other things are going to help you that, really identify your power that you bring online and then getting it out there is having a little bit of a conversation with yourself. Okay. So you're going to have to do these every couple of months, quite honestly. It's one of those, and however you do this, I tend to do this when I'm cleaning or vacuuming, whatever, or going for a long walk. It's one of those moments where you actually have the conversation in your head and you're like, okay, what is my goal? What is my focus? Who am I trying to help right now? And what do I need to do to help that person or get to that person so I can help them? And that conversation happens every couple of months because, quite honestly, one, you guys need the reminder. We all need the reminder. We need to refocus, because what happens to us all the time is we have the singular focus and then something happens where we either get a no, or we watch a training and somebody says, don't do it like that, do it like this. And our singular focus, the thing we're super, super good at, the superpower that we bring to the world, we all of a sudden shift. And it's like minute. See, I'm here and I just do this. So this has happened to me more times than I can count. And I've had to literally, not literally, but figuratively have somebody take my head and go, nope, go here, go forward from here and go in a straight line. Because what happens over time is you put out a proposal and somebody says no to you. And you're like, crap, that didn't work. Okay, well, I'm going to change a little bit. I'm going to change how I approach it. I'm going to change how I say my messaging. I'm going to change something because this wasn't working. So now I'm going to do this, right? And then that doesn't work. And then you do this. And then that doesn't work. And then you do this. And you're like, cripes, nothing I'm doing is working. Do you know how many times I hear that? Do you know how many times I've said that? Nothing I'm doing is working anymore. This completely successful business or this completely amazing idea or this novel idea that nobody else has thought of and that I should be doing because it's my superpower. And then something happens and you start to shift. And then all of a sudden you're completely off track. And something has to bring you back. And it happens naturally to us every couple of months. It could be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, but it naturally happens. We just drift a little bit sometimes. Okay. Yes. Shiny object syndrome is kryptonite. Hell yes, it is. It's happened to me. It happened to me last week. Where I had an idea and I'm like, yes, I'm going to create this little, really cool thing. It's just like this little thing. It's perfect. It's doing this. And I got feedback from it because I always, try and get feedback from my ideas. And I was met with, really, although a good idea, do you really need to be focusing on that right now when you could be focusing back on the thing that you should be doing and doing it with singular focus, right? So here's the example. I'm known for doing summits. I've done over 240 of them, okay, online summits. You guys know what online summits are? So I've done about 240 of them. I have yet to meet anybody who's done as many as me. I was very thankfully interviewed by a gentleman last week for a podcast, and awesome, he does them too, but he's done about 30. Cool job. I mean, congrats. But I haven't met anybody who's done as many as me. And what that means is I have a lot of insight into summits. So what should I be talking about, guys? Summits, right? Because I'm really good at them. And I can guide and coach people through the entire process to build their list, create a signature product that they sell off the back end, a really cool VIP offer, and do summits a little bit differently. Because I've seen them done, all the permutations, all the different ways they could be done, have been done, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've developed my own system to make them successful. So what should I be talking about? I should be talking about summits. And my idea last week wasn't about summits. It was about something adjacent. Great. But if my singular focus is summits, by the way, that also is list building, challenges and things like that. It's still in that realm. But for me to go, this is my singular focus, and then want to build this other thing, that was taking me off course. And so I had to get readjusted back. Now, is it painful to get readjusted back sometimes? Absolutely. It's like going to the chiropractor and having your back snapped. Okay. You're like, oh, wow, that's a little bit tough. But at the same time, you get that release of pressure and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what? I get it. I'm supposed to be doing this thing. So that is one of the ways that you guys have to understand the mindset of being an entrepreneur, and the fact that if you don't have the support system to help get you back on track, that you need to create that singular focus yourself and put something in place that actually makes it happen. So if you don't have the support system like some people do, and I'm very thankful that I do, then create one. Okay, find people who, like, I just create a mini mastermind, call it a crew, whatever you need, 4 or 5 other women or men or both, that, you know, you guys can keep each other accountable when crap happens. They're not the kind of people who go, yay girl, you go. It's more like, what the bleep are you doing? You shouldn't be doing that. You need to be doing this. You know, great idea, but shelve it for later. Focus on what you're trying to do. You need the honest people, okay? You need the honest person who's going to tell you that your idea, although maybe good, not the right time. Get back to it. Like, go back to it, Sally, let's go, right? That's what you need. So make a crew or find a crew if you don't already have one. And if you don't have one, then create a document or a Post-it note or a piece of paper, color it with, you know, markers or whatever the case, that states your focus, and have it in your view all the time, in your view, so you can see it and you can remind yourself. Whatever it takes, guys, to stay focused is what you need to do. Okay. Yeah. So Denise is like, it happens at least weekly, 100%. Yeah. Amen. Absolutely. Right. Singular focus on the one thing that you're super good at. You know, I had a couple people, I'm running an online course right now, and I'm really, really lucky because I have amazing students. I am so blessed to have these people as my students. I can't even believe it. However, it is so easy for them, even though we're in a very focused group, to have like these really cool shiny object syndrome ideas and be like, oh, before I do the challenge, which we're going to do as part of the course, should I go do this, or should I go do that, or should I go do that? And I'm like, no, none of the things. Do not do this, 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 or this, or this. Just do the one thing. Stick with the one thing, guys. Commit to it so you can do it really, really well. Okay? Awesome. All right. Has this been helpful so far? Are you guys getting some support and some good information? Is this working for you? Let me know, because I want to make sure that you guys are getting good value for what I'm talking about. Okay. So the other thing that you need to be doing that's going to help grow your reach right now, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of your level, regardless if you have nobody in your Facebook group or nobody on your email list, 2 people, 3 people, it doesn't matter, is you need to always be growing your list, okay? And to always be growing your list, you need to create certain things and close loopholes. So Patty says, yes. Nirtha says, good info, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm super glad you like it. That is all I want for you guys, is that you're absolutely getting something of value out of here and you're enjoying it. Okay. All right. So back to what I was saying, which was always be growing your list. You know, the ABC that I can't remember. And Jason, what's the name of the movie, please? ABC, always be selling, or whatever it is, or always be, yeah. You want to get some steak knives. Movie reference that I'm not good at talking about, but the concept is there. So I always want you guys to be growing your list and closing loopholes around where people are falling out of your list. Okay. So your business can be like a bit of a sieve. People can come in, and unless you're keeping their attention, they can go right back out again. Right. So the people that are coming in, that are checking out Glenn Ross, thank you. Good movie. Really like that movie. Yeah, always be selling, always be selling. Well, I want you to always be growing your list, okay? I'll even give you the steak knives. So people are coming into your business, and unless you're capturing their attention and retaining it, they're going to leave. All right, so they're coming into your business page, they're checking you out, they're not seeing a lot of activity, you're not really consistent, they're not seeing a lot of stuff going on, boom, they're gone. Okay, they come into your Facebook group, you're not really consistent. Even though there's only 5 people in your Facebook group, I want you to treat it like there's 50,000. consistently creating information and content and posting, just like there was a ton of people in there, because the people who are coming in see it. Okay. And if you're really pushing forward some really good content, it doesn't matter if there's 5 people or 50,000 or even 50, they're going to notice it and they're going to be attracted to you as their person. Okay. So I want you guys to look at the ways that you're attracting people in and then keeping them with you. So attracting them in is high quality, high value content, like a really good lead magnet. Okay. And then once they're in your ecosystem, keeping them is with consistent content. So weekly emails in your email marketing. All right. Don't call them newsletters, you guys. Newsletters are what we burn or we put in the bottom of our, bird containers or whatever, bird cages, right? Newsletters are like very, very passe. Content now, and email marketing especially, is a conversation. It's a very non-formal, just a really informal conversation in our emails that shares things like story and information and high value content. And it's, it's fun, it's interactive, it's, hey, hit reply and let me know. Yeah, first prize is a Cadillac, right? First prize, what was the prizes? First prize was a Cadillac, and was it second prize was the steak knives? Gosh, I'd take a first prize. Yes, with the emails. Okay, Beth, I've been drilling this into Beth's head for forever. Newsletters are what we put at the bottom of bird cages. They are, I'm sorry, I'm really, really direct. Newsletters are very much not what we should be doing anymore. Newsletters are formal. Newsletters are one-way information. Please be informed. I will be appearing here and doing this and doing that, and I have a workshop, and come and check this out, right? Those are not the way that we communicate anymore. We communicate by saying, hey, friend, I've been thinking about you, or, hey, friend, I had an idea this morning that I wanted to share with you. But first, I want to tell you about this. Story. Okay? And then tell them about the idea. And if you want to know more, I would love to hear back from you, because I'm going to actually be hosting a workshop, and I'm going to be talking about this, and, sharing XXX. Come check it out. Jason wants to challenge my newsletter, I think. Okay, challenge me, Jason. Please challenge me. I would love to hear it. I'm not, my way isn't the highway, guys. I'm open to being challenged on my ideas. I tell you what I think. Please take what works for you. But if you want to challenge me, please feel free. Not a problem. I just don't think that newsletters are the way to go. I think they're way too formal. And I don't think that they create that relationship and engagement that I think everybody should be trying to achieve. Okay, so that's what I think. All right, so while Jason is challenging me and putting something into the chat box so we can chat about it, I'm also going to tell you about one mindset thing, and this is going to help you a lot, and that's the mindset of being the CEO of your business. When we're first starting out, and even at the 3-year mark and at the 5-year mark, or if we're re-niching in, or if we've been doing this a long time, sometimes we lose focus that we are the CEOs of our business, and we're not playing at business, right? We're not playing at business. We're not trying, we're not just joking around here. This isn't a hobby. We're trying to create a business that thrives. We're trying to build to thrive. We're trying to replace an income we may have, quit a job to do, or we're trying to grow an income, or we're trying to, get ourselves set up for retirement. We're trying to put money aside for college for our children, or, maybe it's time that you replace the car and you need to make money for that. This is not a hobby. This is a business. And I want you to embrace being the CEO. And being the CEO isn't putting on airs about it. It's more like coming at your business from the fact that, we're going to be consistent. We're going to do the best job we can with the resources that we can afford. And we're literally just going to keep pounding the pavement on how we approach this so we can get the most out of it. Okay. So there's a lot more I can say on that, but I want to see what Jason is doing. Yes. Okay. I will concede So Jason is amazing when it comes to niche, and I love when he challenges me on things because we have really good conversations about stuff. So Jason wants to say that I will, newsletters, and this is perspective of newsletters, I will always say it all works under the right conditions. Example, Vega. So Vega is a vegan protein and supplement company that is in the States and also here in Canada. And they have the most amazing emails. Their emails are newsletters, okay? But they're a corporate company. And they look amazing, and there's definitely a reason to do them. I'm not sure, and challenge me again if you want, Jason, I think that's totally reasonable, that as solopreneurs, as just Jenny Wright trying to talk to, Sally on my list, that it doesn't make sense for me to have something that looks or feels like a newsletter, unless that's how my business has been constructed or built up. Right now, I love the Vega newsletters. I think they look fantastic. And have they helped me buy products? Sure, I've bought stuff off of those newsletters. But I personally, and my opinion is that as a solopreneur, as a one woman army over here, or even having a small team, it doesn't matter, that I want to have that conversation. I want to make it a little bit more personal. It doesn't mean, though, and I agree with Jason on this, that you can't occasionally have a newsletter style. I think the reason I was saying what I was saying is because I run into people who send out an email every quarter and that's it. They don't send out an email any other time. And the emails are very newsletter-esque, and that's it. Okay, and it doesn't really appeal to people. It doesn't really create that connection that I was looking for. And I guess that's why I said it. Jason says they do a perfect combination of useful content and updates, and they send it at the exact same time every week, and it's anticipated. In those conditions, it makes complete and utter sense. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up in a couple of minutes, but before I do, I'm going to give you 4 advanced getting noticed techniques. Okay, so if you've done everything else that I've been sharing, and that is, that is consistently sharing, asking people from a larger following if you can provide a free training, using your superpowers where you're developing the other superpowers, always be growing your list, being consistent with your email marketing. So if you've done all of these and you're feeling pretty confident at what you're doing, then you can do one of these 4 or all of these 4. Now, I say they're advanced. You guys might disagree. You guys might have already done these. But to me, these are more advanced techniques. So one of the more advanced techniques is building out your content calendar for your business for the year and programming in 4 events. So I want you to look at 2 summits per year and 2 really good challenges. Okay, so the summits are list injections. They actually inject your list with a whole bunch of people. They create a boatload of content. They grow your reach. They create an opportunity for sales. They create long-term usable content. They create raving fans, and it up-levels all your skills all at once. Okay, so I love summits. So planning 2 summits per year, spring and fall, are going to be the injections into your business that you need so that you can sell programs, products, and services on a higher level. Okay, the minute that you believe that you can invest both mentally, physically, and financially in doing a summit, do it. Okay, because it's going to make a big difference in your business. Yeah, I agree with, I see Jason's points 100%. 100%. He's not wrong. It's just, and he's right that it works for different times and occasions. Okay. So yes, back to my advanced techniques. I want you guys to host 2 summits per year. Even if you just get to host 1, you need it, because while you're growing your list, every time you send out an email, you're going to have people who are going to drop off. They're going to unsubscribe, and you need to create and continue to create that effect of having more people join your list. And if you have, most of us don't have 10 or 15 lead magnets going at once, but we can sure as heck do a summit, and we can sure as heck do a couple challenges. Okay. Definitely having a couple of summits per year and a couple challenges. The next thing is trying to get on some stages. This is an advanced technique. Some people don't think it is, but it is. If you can start getting yourself up onto some stage speaking, either paid or unpaid, don't pay to speak, by the way, big no-no, but paid or unpaid, that's going to also elevate your reach. Okay, it's going to elevate your reach online as well as by in person. Like people are going to get to know you locally. So speaking on stage could also be speaking at a local business conference or at your, the business groups that people have in certain cities in the States and Canada and stuff like that. You could do that too, little workshops and things like that. Those are great opportunities. The next thing is pitching to be on podcasts. So if you can pitch to be on podcasts, and you would literally spend, 1 or 2 days out of every single month just pitching to be on podcasts, and then doing 2 or 3 podcasts a month. 2 would be good, 3 is awesome, but you could do that. That's going to elevate and grow your reach as well. The more podcasts I do, the more my reach is growing. It's phenomenal when you do it. Okay, so put that in your back pocket as well. And then the last thing, and this is something that I've been contemplating myself simply because I see merit in it. I didn't see merit in it too long ago, but I see some merit because I have seen some clients doing it, is to look at possibly having a YouTube channel. I know, right? Ooh, like even saying that, I'm like, wow, I didn't think I'd ever say that. But I've been seeing some of my clients do it, and they've been doing it successfully, so that they're growing an audience on there, so that when, let's be honest, when we're practically Googling, we're usually using Facebook. And when we're looking for a how-to video, where do we go? We go to YouTube. So if in your niche, you can create how-to videos on whatever it is that you talk about, and you have it on your YouTube channel and you tag it properly within YouTube, then you become the how-to go-to person, right? Or one of them. How cool is that? Like, I would do that. So that's why I'm looking at it. So those are my 4 advanced techniques. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Jason says he's gonna do a newsletter just to prove it can be done. Absolutely, please do, because I trust you and I believe that, it can be done if it's done properly. So I believe you. All right, if there's any questions, pop them in the chat box, let me know. And here's what I wanna tell you guys. Thanks for being on, by the way. This is, I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'll be back every single week. I'll have a new topic for you. And if there's topics that you want to hear more about, then tell me. Because if you tell me like what you want to hear as well and what you want to get trained on, I'll make them for you. Okay? What I do want to tell you guys is that I would love to see you guys check out and come and be on the workshop that I'm doing on Friday. The workshop is called Marketing My Words. It's called, Marketing My Words, Discovering How to Make the Most Impact and Drive Results with Amazing Copy. You guys can check it out at jennywright.com/words. Okay. So I'm going to be doing this workshop on Friday. It's going to be all about the copy that you guys need to actually grow your business. Things that like get people stopped in their tracks, right? Because copywriting tends to do that for a lot of people. Is this training recorded? Yes, it's recorded. But is the workshop recorded? Absolutely. Is that what you're talking about, Beth? So yeah, so go check out jennywright.com/words. That is my workshop that's happening on Friday. It's happening at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Patty. 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday the 28th. And it's going to be probably about an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. And it's interactive. So it's going to be a workshop where we're actually going to work together to create some really good copy. We're going to show you, and I get to have Allison Lex come on there and help me out with it. Allison Lex is a direct response copywriter that I work with very, very much. And we're going to be really diving into some of the stuff that you guys need to know in terms of actually creating copy that works for your business, right? Both. Yes. So yes, they're both recorded. So I want you guys to go check it out, because I'm going to be showing you guys what type of copy converts best for your niche. And that's in email, social, and on sales pages. That's really important. And then how to get good at creating your own copy for lead magnets, promotions, and sales that create conversion, which is also a really big topic. And then copy that get your leads to take action. It feels really hard sometimes to write copy that gets people to take an action or to do something off the back end, a call to action, a CTA. So I'm going to show you guys how to do all of that in this workshop. So please go check it out. It's jennywright.com/words. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. Thanks, Haley, for making it possible. Jason for being on and providing help and also challenging me, which is awesome. He's not really challenging me. He's just sharing a really cool point of view that I actually can completely agree with when he does explain it. And I will see you guys next week when I do the next episode of Built to Thrive. Thanks again, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care. Bye.